Hello everyone, this is a tutorial video on how to create advanced calculated question to put the question that we have created inside of an online quiz, and by the end of the video I will show some examples of calculated question for the subject of physics, electrical and mechanical engineering subject. First, click Turn Editing on and click Add an activity or resource. Scroll down and choose Quiz and click the Add button. For this quiz, I will be naming it as Online Quiz 2. As for the description, I will put in calculating volumes. You can write down specific chapters and subchapter to help students prepare themselves for the quiz. For the timing, I will open it today, 19th of March. At 3 p.m. and close it at the same day at 4 p.m. For each attempt, I will only limit 15 minutes for the student to answer the quiz, but they are allowed to attempt the quiz from 3 to 4 p.m. today. For the grade, by default, the attempts allowed are set to unlimited, but I will be only allowing the student to attempt the quiz for 3 times, and the system will choose the highest grade. For the layout, this is important, choose never all question on one page, because we're going to create question 1A and question 1B. Since they are related to one another, they need to be shown in a single page. Moving on, another important aspect is actually changing the default option for question behavior. So shuffle within the question set to no, because we want question 1A to be appearing firstly and followed by question 1B. After you have settled doing all of the setting of your quiz, click Save and Return to Course. And then now we are ready to add the question into the quiz. Click Edit Quiz. And then now click Add a new question. Choose Calculated. Later on, we're going to be using calculated multi-choice. So for the first question, question 1A, it is going to be calculated question. Click Add. I'll be naming the question as 1A. And for the question text, this is going to be the question. Calculate the area for the base of the cuboid. Given length L is 3.2 meter, width W is equal to 4.6 meter, and height H is equal to 7.6 meter. I will put in figure to help the student. So I click Insert. So this can be done by clicking Insert or Edit Image. For the marks, I'm going to give 2 marks for this question. And then for the answer, it is going to be the multiplication of the length and the width. Because we want the values to be different from one student to the other, I'm going to change the length. Now is going to be open curly bracket L, close curly bracket. As for the width, it is going to be open curly bracket W close curly bracket. And for the height, it is going to be open curly bracket H close curly bracket. So for the answer here, it is going to be the length multiplied with the width. The grade is going to be 100%, and then click Save Changes. So this is an important aspect of the question, which is setting up the unknowns or the variable. In this case, it is called as wildcards. In this case, we're going to create a new shared data set for all of the unknowns. And then because question 1a here is going to be followed by question 1b using the same unknowns and variables, we're going to click Synchronize. So question 1a and question 1b will be sharing the same unknown. After you have clicked Save Changes, we'll arrive to edit the wildcard dataset page. So now we can put in the range of values for L, W as well as for H. So in this case, for L, it is going to be around 3.2 until 4.5. And then I'm going to set for the width, it is going to be around 5.6 until 12.3. So you can put any values that you want. And afterward, for the height, it is going to be around 3.1 until 5.3. Scroll down and add as many variables that you want. So if I have 30 students, I want each of them to receive a different value. I choose add 30 item or 30 variable and then click add. So now we are ready to set the question. Click Save Changes, and then now we're going to create the second question. Click Add a new question, and for this purpose, now I will choose Calculated Multi-Choice. Click Add. This is for question 1b. So put in the question name 1b. And then as for the question tag, calculate the entire volume of the cuboid. So as you can see, it is following question 1a. Question 1a is just calculation of the cross-sectional area, and for question 1b, it is calculation of the volume. So the marks, I'm going to give 3 marks, and then as for the choices of answers, we have choice 1 until choice 5. Meaning that the student can choose which answer is correct. But don't worry, if you put in the correct answer in choice 1, this multiple choice answer is going to be shuffled by default. So firstly, we're going to create the correct answer, which is going to be the length multiply with the width. This is actually the answer from question 1a. So to solve question 1b, we need to multiply the height. So now we're going to put in the wrong answer. So for example, in this case, it is going to be half of the correct values. So I multiply with 0.5. For choice number 3, closer a bit to the correct answer, is going to be multiplied by 0.7. The grade is set to none, meaning that they will receive no marks for choosing this answer. And then for choice 4, it is going to be just L multiplied with W. So with that, these are the answer, but in order for the answer to display, we need to put in this bracket. So put in open curly bracket equal and a space, and then close curly bracket of the entire expression. Do this to all of the other choices. Open curly bracket equal space and then close curly bracket. With that, click Save Changes. For this option, just use the default option, which is we'll use the same existing private dataset. Because we have created 30 variables just now for question 1A, we're going to be using the same private dataset as before. And then don't forget to click Synchronize so that the values will be the same as question 1A. So click Next Page. And then add the 30 sets of variables. Click Add. And then click Save Changes. Once you have clicked Save Changes, you will go to this editing quiz page, and then now we are ready to preview the quiz. So click Preview and then click Start Attempt. So this is going to be the layout of what your student is going to be seeing. So moving on, this is an example of how it is actually being done in electrical machinery quiz. So let's take a look at the question. It is also a calculated question. So this is the equation of the answer. And moving on now to the subject of mechanics static. As you can see here, we have this complexity of the angle. So let's take a look at the formula. So this is going to be the formula. And lastly, for physics, again we have the complexity of the angle here in degrees. To help the student, I write down this instruction. Write down your answers in 3 significant figures, 2 decimal places, and no need to write down the unit. And this is the solution. With that, good luck in creating a calculated online question, and happy teaching.